Hey there everybody, how's it going? This is Eduardo Aragon, your Jeep guy here at Kia, and I just wanted to go over what is negative equity. So negative equity is, and I'm just opening up my computer here while we go. Negative equity happens when you find yourself in a loan and you owe more on your loan than what your vehicle is currently selling for. So when you try to trade out of your vehicle, and here using this tool here, loan amortization schedule, just go to loan amortization schedule calculator, because what happens is, a lot of times when we buy these vehicles on an 8-year term, and it's important to know what your term is, so, and your loan amount. So for instance, my loan amount is $45,000, my term was 7 years, and my interest rate is about that. Make sure you've got all of these facts here. Your total loan amount, the term, and the interest rate. So this is a loan amortization schedule.
Parts line 119, parts line 119.
Now, I'm going to put my loan start date. I'll make this a little bit bigger for you to see. My loan start date when I bought my Jeep was last year. So 2014, right around this time. So you calculate. So there's my monthly payment. There's the total number of 84 payments, what I'm going to be paying. And there's my payoff date. So you're going to notice here there's a couple of bars. This is the principal, so that's how much was paid on the principal. That's how much in the yellow was paid on the interest. This line here represents time. The principal amounts getting paid become larger as the loan goes on. The first year of the loan, you're paying a lot of interest, $2,000 in interest and only $5,000 to the principal, which is still not bad. But what a lot of clients are curious about is like, okay, well, how much do I owe my car? Can I trade in? Can I keep the same payment? And the answer a lot of times, guys, is no, you can't keep the same payment. And no, your payment will not go down.
Marcus, step down, please. Marcus.
Not to be mean or anything like that, it's just a reality. So when you're on a 7-year term, and some people are on an 8-year term, so be careful, you have to make sure your term's right. So here I am now. Where are we here? July. I owe $39,000 on my vehicle. Okay, so I owe 39 grand. Can I trade out? What is my vehicle currently selling for? That's the question you got to ask yourself. So I'm going to open up a new window here. And we're going to go to Auto Trader. Okay, so you check what kind of vehicle you have, and being your Jeep guy, of course I've got a Jeep, which I love. I'm not interested in trading it in right now, but I'm just using this as an example to show you what to expect or how to do it so that you know, hey, is it even worth my time trying to trade out of this car right now? And guys, there's a lot more ways to find money in your budget than reducing your car payment. I know on those TV shows. Here, now watch. Sorry, I'm rattling off. There's 2 vehicles, 2014 model year, Jeep Wrangler in my area. So I'm going to expand my search provincially. Now that's going to give me a really good indication. 35 vehicles, perfect. Lots to show from. Now what happens is that, as a consumer, we look at the highest number and we're like, wow, I owe 39 and this is 32. Well, okay, I'm still screwed there. Or wow, this one's 36 and I only owe 39. I'm right there. No, I'm not. Because what happens is the market's obviously dictated. Like, see, for instance, I can't sell it for $45,000. This has been upgraded. This one's a brand new vehicle at 42. There's a 2014 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sahara for 39. Oh, that's what I owe. oh, hey, it's even got more clicks than I do. Let's take a look at that. But when you look at it, you see, okay, well, this dealer's obviously done a lot of work. It's got $5,000 worth of tires on it. Mine doesn't. Might not be $5,000 worth of tires, but... And again, that's their asking price. So that doesn't necessarily mean that that's what I'm going to get for my vehicle. I'm going to get probably the lowest price, you know, somewhere around that 36. Oh, you know what? That's not too bad. Except that that's their asking price. Now, no one, I've been in the car business long enough that I know now nobody pays full asking price. Nobody's going to come into the dealership and just go, oh, 36,995, that's perfect. Here, take my money. They're going to want to negotiate down from that. The dealer knows that. So when I come in to trade in my vehicle, and that's got 4,500 clicks, so that's not even a fair example. Here, this is a little bit more close to where I'm at. So when I go in to trade in, I'm probably going to get offered about 30 for my Jeep, putting me $9,000 upside down. I'm not in a good position to trade right now. Now, when I bought my Jeep, I knew that by 2017, June 2017, I'm only going to owe $21,000 in June of 2017. That's only 2 years from now. That's not very long from now. Now, June of 2017 puts my vehicle at a 3-year-old Jeep Wrangler. So then you go back to Auto Trader. Now let's look at what 3-year-old Jeep Wranglers are currently selling for, or asking. So we're going to go look at 2012s now, because now that's 3 years. So it'll give me a decent indication of what I can expect my Jeep might be asking for. And of course, everything changes. Here's a Sahara 4-wheel drive manual. Rubicon, okay, well, that's more than what I've got. Jeep Wrangler Sahara, and of course they're showing the most expensive ones there. Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sahara, 36, 36, 36, 35, 34. Low mileage, 37,000 clicks. Well, I'd have to stop driving for mine to be worth around there. But it's safe to say that my Jeep will be worth, depending on how many kilometers I put on it, will be worth north of or more than $20,000, putting me in a even equity position in 2017. Right? Now look what happens in 2018. In 2018, June or July, I'm only going to owe 14 grand. My Jeep will be worth more than 14 grand. Making it perfect. So then I'm going to go to 2011s, 2010s actually, 2011s, right? And then I'll put it a 4-year-old vehicle. So do this basic homework yourself prior to coming into the dealer. Look at that. Wrangler Saharas are still going in the 30s. But more realistically, they're going to be going in this mid-20 range. Perfect. That's about the amount of kilometers I'm going to have when my vehicle is 4 years old. Just because I put on 30,000 a year because I absolutely love to drive. So that's about the selling price, asking price of my Jeep. But I'm only going to owe $13,000. So I'm going to be in a positive equity position. Am I going to get full asking price at 25 grand? Maybe. I'm not exactly sure. But would I be okay trading it to a dealer at 20 grand and still pocketing 7? After having used the vehicle for 5 years and have driven the beans out of it? Yes, that's fine with me. So guys, if you're on an 8-year term, it's not the end of the world. It doesn't mean that you're trapped in that vehicle for the rest of your life. What it means is that you have to wait until that negative equity has been paid down, especially if you flipped another trade on top of what you're currently driving. You're actually still paying off the old trade. It works the first time. It works the second time, but the third time it doesn't work so well because now you run into a little math problem that the banks like to call loan to value. So even if your credit's spot on, great. Loan to value means it's going to be really tough to trade out. Because if you owe 150% of the black book value and you've got bad credit, the bank's just going to say no. Okay, so when you trade in the first time and you're on an 8-year term, and then 3 years in you renew a contract going back to 0, you actually owe for the new car, and you still owe a bit here on the old car. So this new loan is actually still carrying 2 cars on it. So now you have to wait until you're pretty close to the full term now. 6 to 7 years, or 2/3 of the way through, before you're back at even equity. So make sure, guys, that you pick the car that you like, that you can see yourself owning this thing for at least 3 years if it's your first loan. Your first car loan, make sure it's good for you for 3 to 5 years. Don't trade out after year 1 unless you're paying really high interest rate. By the end of the 3 to 5 year term, you're going to be at an even equity position, and then you're able to trade over without carrying any extra money on your loan. Come see me if you have any questions. My name's Eduardo Aragon. I'm your Jeep guy here at Kelowna Kia, and I'd love to help you and assist you in any way I can. You have a great day.